Here are 3 flexibility exercises to finish our workout with. One is called elephant walks. If you could use my arms as an imaginary elephant trunk, we're gonna actually use those arms to stabilize on, extend our hips as high as we can, and then one leg, extend it so the heel touches the ground. For some of us, we might have to move further out and go from here. And for others, we might actually find ourselves with really good range of motion. And we're gonna repeat each extension 30 times on each leg. The next stretch is called couch stretch because we're gonna make a couch position with our front leg, like someone could sit there, and our back leg is actually getting a quad stretch and a hip flexor stretch. So the more that I lean back, hips to heel, the closer I get that shoulders to the wall, the fuller the range of motion of the quad and hip flexor. I could come forward and lengthen the range of motion in that hip flexor as well and in the upper part of the quad, or push back and get a greater range of motion in the quad and hip flexor in that position. So either one, you could even move forward and rest in that one, or rest in the back one, or a mixture of both. And the goal is to hold that for 1.5 minutes, so 90 seconds. We would do the same thing for the other side. And for some, we might not even need this apparatus. We can just hold that position without using that support, which is great. But if you need that support and actually need to rest in it some, that's fine too, because this is a great stretch again for that quad and hip flexor of the front of the back leg, and then starting to even open up the hips in the front leg. But holding back here is going to be the greatest expression of that range of motion of the stretch. Okay? The final one, I'm gonna move this out of our way here, is outer hip. This is the outside of my hip, so if I bring my foot across my body in front of me at an elevated level, I can stretch that hip by resting that front leg into the, whatever this is, the back of a couch, to a table, countertop, anything that works for us that we have access to, and letting our hips sink and our chin to our shin or toes to our nose, so that we can get a great hip and lower thoracic range of motion mobility stretch here. Holding this one like the couch stretch for 90 seconds or 1.5 minutes. And of course, when you get to that 1.5 minutes, you would switch legs, bring the other foot in front, so you're resting it up on the counter, the back of the couch, or your bed, whatever is an elevated surface that you can rest on, and then lower your chin to shin or nose to toes and hold that position for 1.5 minutes or 90 seconds. So outer hip, couch stretch, elephant walks. Use a timer if you need to for your 90-second stretches. And increasing our range of motion is a great part of our training at the end of a workout. While our bodies are the warmest, we've done all the work, but we can start the recovery process, ensuring that we do recover from those workouts with full range of motion in joints, quality tissue, and also start to enhance our mobility and range of motion. So our next workout, we have a more efficient movement patterns in the workouts that we participate in. So cheers to your flexibility.